be our first Sonic run on the block. So I'm going to go ahead and I will throw it over to KiwamiZX. Good luck.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Kiwami, and today we're gonna be doing the Sonic block. And I'm gonna be running Sonic Bad Ending. Ailis also gonna be helping me with commentary.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Ailis. I run various other Sonic games. Yeah, used to run this game. Pretty fun game. Gonna be doing some commentary.
Right, so let's get started. So the timing for pretty much every single character in this game starts when you go into the file select. So I'm gonna do a small countdown here real quick. So let's get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, if no one's played Sonic Mania before, first of all, I'd highly recommend you do. It's a fantastic game. But secondly, the kind of theming for the game is it's kind of a mixture. So you've got these stages like Green Hill here, which you're going to see stages from like previous games brought back, and then you've also got a few new ones as well. And you know they're all either really faithful remasters of stages, or they are like insane cool new stages. So the game's got a lot to offer. We're going to see Kiwami like actually nearly like wrapping up Green Hill 1 already, getting a really tight jump off the loop past that egg box, and now just trying to get these quick hits on the boss, using the fact that you get a bit of momentum when you hit an enemy to bounce up and hit the top one from the bottom one, kind of bouncing between them. Very efficient.
Yeah, 4021 is actually a really good time for Green Hill 1.
Yeah, super solid. Now into Green Hill 2. You will see as well, there's like kind of a theme in this game where the remastered levels, the first stage will normally be a bit more like true to the original stage, and then the second stage will start introducing some new like concepts and stuff. Also, Kiwami grabbing a fire shield here, allowing her to smash straight through that wall. When Sonic has an elemental shield, he gets an additional ability based on the shield. So the fire shield here gives Kiwami a fire dash. Oh, sadly hitting those spikes. Already past the point where you really need the shield though, so it's all good. And then you've also got the lightning shield and the bubble shield, which we'll see coming up at different points in the run. And now onto the first boss, and anyone who's played Sonic 2 is going to be really angry at how easy it is to hit this guy, because the feet don't hurt you in this game. But in Sonic 2, it obviously causes a lot of people a lot of problems. Lovely, getting the capsule hit there and then going straight into Chemical Plant. So Chemical Plant, fan favorite from Sonic 2. And again, we're going to have a similar theme where this level is going to be very much the same. Well, not the same, but very much the same like theme as the original game. And then you're going to have Act 2 bringing in some new shenanigans as well. Kiwami getting a lot of speed by doing what we call a loop jump. So when you're at kind of like the 11 o'clock position of a loop, if you jump down, you'll build up a lot of speed. And now going for Flood Skip, which basically you use momentum and that angle to jump straight up there, skips the water level rising and having to climb through a very slow section to the right with these moving platforms. Going for some more like loop jumps there, just to build up a bit of extra speed.
I ended up getting a sub pixel on the slope and lost a little bit of speed. It happens.
Yeah, it's unfortunate sometimes. Like the downside of going for those strats is that sometimes you can just get stuck. So taking an intentional damage boost on this boss here to get hits while he's still got like the blue protective goop around him. Nicely done. Nice boss fight. Also, you saw an interesting like power up from Mania there. It's a Mania exclusive. And basically you get it makes your rings like super big, so that when you pick up one, you get like 8 rings or something rather than them flying around everywhere. So now we're into Chemical Plant 2. You're going to see these like syringes that are full of this like different colored goop, and it makes it bouncy. So this light blue goop is like a little bit bouncy, and then you're going to see in a second there's some dark green goop that's really bouncy. And Kiwami managing to slow herself down there just to get straight into that purple orb, I guess. Is this where we all shout orb? I think it might be. I'm waiting to see if there's any orbs in the chat, so don't let me down, okay? And yeah, like this stage, it has like a nice flow to it. But then you get to the boss, and the boss is like probably what nobody would have expected from a like Sonic game for a boss. But you'll see what that is. If you're not familiar with it, it's going to be quite an interesting break from the usual Sonic gameplay. There's the orbs. Love a little jump up there just to bypass having to go around the right-hand side. Just sneaks past that enemy into that tube. And then holding jump there to fly straight off that life box up to this section into the next orb. Important to mention as well, like there's a lot of optimization in this game that comes from knowing when it's appropriate to roll and when it's appropriate to run. So when Sonic is going fast and you press down, you'll see that Sonic starts rolling. And this is important because when you're going downhill, you'll actually build speed by rolling. But then if you're going uphill or on flat ground, you'll slowly lose speed. So in those scenarios, it's better to be running. So there's a lot of like optimization around when you want to roll and when you want to run. And now we are into everyone's favorite boss. It's Puyo Puyo, or Mean Bean Machine to be exact. So I guess Sega decided that Mean Bean Machine didn't get enough love and made it a boss. So what Kiwami's going to try and do is set up a chain. Connecting 4 of these little Puyos together is going to remove them and send garbage to Eggman's side. And what you want to do is just make a big chain to send the maximum amount of garbage over as you can. Kiwami's setting up really nicely here. You can see all these like 3s ready to like drop onto the next stack and just create a big combo chain. That's what's going to allow her to ideally kill Eggman in one go. So here we go, let's see. Beautiful
okay, that was
combo.
a little bit of overkill, I think.
A little bit, but you know what? You have to make sure.
Let's roll with it. It was good.
It was really big combo. That like fully demonstrates, like ideally you want to just get rid of Eggman in one go, because the longer he's there, the higher chance there is of him sending garbage and things. But yeah, it does introduce RNG as well. Anyway, this is the first original stage of the game, so this is brand new to Sonic Mania and Studiopolis. Kiwami here going for middle route, which is the trickier of the 2 routes, because you've also got top route. There's a lot of oh wait, no, forgive me, I forget they have the same start. Never mind, Kiwami going for top route. You can tell I'm a Knuckles runner, right? Because Knuckles always goes middle, so... Just got Knuckles on the brain, can't help it. See a really nice little slow down here to get this lightning shield. This lightning shield's going to be super useful, I think, in Act 2 of Studiopolis. So this is a stage where you want to try and carry your shield with you into the next act, just for a bit of an optimization. And this boss
this should really help mitigate the RNG in the boss. So
oh, that's also true. Yeah, so this boss as well, it's an auto-scroller. You're going to see the hard-boiled heavy in the background. Well, you're going to see one of them, the heavy gunner, which are kind of like the robot crew that you're fighting against along with Robotnik. So what you want to be doing is hitting these blue rockets, because they will get sent back. The order that the rockets come out in is random. There is kind of like a pattern-based RNG thing going on with them that's been uncovered, but there's no real way to manipulate it. So you just kind of have to hope that they're in a good order. So you obviously want it to be the first rocket that comes through rather than the last, ideally. Sadly, this one is also the last. And yeah, it's 4 hits of this. There's not a huge amount else going on in the boss fight. Oh, second one. That's a bit better. More like that, please, game. I love like the animations and also the sign as well in the background. Like there's an eggnog sign. Why is there an eggnog sign? Shout outs to eggnog, I guess. And there we go, first one and the last one there, so bit of better RNG. And also small optimization slowing down for the sign there. If you run straight through it, then the sign is going to fly up really high. So going through it nice and slow like that ensures that you don't have to watch that animation. Okay, so here's where things get a little bit tricky because you want to keep that shield nicely done. So you want to try and keep that lightning shield, but that enemy is like the most annoying enemy to get through without losing it. So Kiwami very nicely keeping it there. Because ideally what Kiwami's going to do is she's going to take the shield all the way to the boss at the end because it just makes the boss that much easier to kill. Also, the music is an absolute jam in this game. Like, all of the new stages have insanely good music. Getting nice movement through that funnel. Where you enter that funnel actually determines how fast you go through it. So Kiwami getting a decent animation there. So not going, like, spinning round and round and round it and spending ages trying to get through it. Oh, also spin dashing. That's a thing in this game, right? So spin dashing is basically the main way of going from a standing still like speed to a quick speed in Sonic games. And basically it's achieved by ducking and then jumping. And in the older games, it's like a frame perfect thing. So the optimal spin dash would be 6 frame perfect jumps followed by a frame perfect release on the 7th frame. But in this game, you get a little bit of extra leeway with it. You get a 3-frame window before you start losing speed. Makes it like a little bit more accessible for people maybe new to classic Sonic as well. And here's the benefit of that lightning shield, just getting these hits really, really quickly. You can still hit the boss when he's at the lowest point of his hover, I believe. But it's like you won't be able to get all the hits before he starts doing attacks and then RNG gets involved. So it's just really nice to have the shield all the way through there. Really nicely done. Now into Flying Battery. A lot of people's favorite stage from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, as intended. But the layout has quite quickly changed. So this level's got quite a lot of like layout differences. Kiwami taking the Fire Shield here. The Fire Shield is just an absolute like MVP in this stage. You're going to see a lot of like really cool movement with the Fire Shield. Starting with that little leap of faith there, and then being able to fire dash straight through here. And then going straight through these as well with it. And now swap into the Lightning Shield because unlike in the original game that this is from, Sonic and Knuckles, the Lightning Shield allows you to walk on those magnetic things. Also, you can hover on top of these propellers, which is really nice. Yeah, I think in the solo Sonic run, I think from a viewer's perspective, this is one of my favorite stages to watch. Kiwami taking it real safe there. She has to wait on the cycle anyway, because she needs that lightning ceiling to be activated to get up to this path. So she was just waiting there for the cycle that she knew she could take.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
I believe so, yeah. It's just going to be a bit of platforming until the boss.
Sure, gotcha. All right, so we have a $50 donation from Flying Fox, who says, sorry, but best boy has to win. Also, good luck to the Sonic runners, less than 3. And in that, I actually was just looking at the bid war for Sonic 3, and Knuckles and Tails is pulling like ahead just by like $10. It's crazy. It's been going back and forth. So whatever characters you want to be running that game, make sure you get your voices heard and get your bids in.
Oh, it's heating up.
Yeah.
Kiwami demonstrating there how the lightning shield is really useful as well in that section because you can hit that boss so much earlier and you're immune to its like lightning effect as well. So you can just get really quick hits there with the lightning shield. It's super good. So yeah, this is kind of the more reimagined version of Flying Battery, as has been the theme with the other levels. So the unique mechanic you're going to see in this stage is like the kind of garbage that you saw Sonic like falling through. I think maybe you're in like the depths of the ship now and you've found where they're storing all the trash before they throw it out. I guess it's good they're not just dumping it off the side though. Like, Robotnik is very considerate of the environment apparently. I think that's in his lore, right? Like, lightning jump under there as well. Very nice to just sneak under those destroyable, I guess, orbs again. There's orbs in this game. So getting a one-tap spin dash off of that ceiling there. That ceiling is only activated for a very short period of time. So what Kiwami did there was literally just one tap the moment she was on it to move across before she dropped down again. Now this whole section here, there's going to be like a wind effect blowing Sonic backwards, which is really annoying because you see like that drop straight down there. It looks easy. It isn't actually easy at all because you're getting pushed to the left constantly. So it's a very annoying section of the game to optimize, and Kiwami did it perfectly there. And then taking the lightning jump over to here. This boss is definitely not like in the original game. You've got this big bouncy spider, and what you're going to see is Kiwami going for hits off of this pillar here, because the faster you hit it, the further it goes. She's going to go for three hits on the first phase. Lovely stuff. Hopefully she'll be able to get that on the second phase, and then the third phase will be nice and simple. Brilliant stuff. Perfect boss kill. That is not an easy boss to optimize. Like that was insane. That was really good. Now, Press Garden's another new stage. This stage is like the Arizona iced tea aesthetic. It's so good. Going for a drop dash off of that box. Sadly, not getting the jump afterwards. You can get a really tight jump straight up into that section there, but it's very, very hard to do. Also making a lot of use of this drop dash. So drop dash is like, it's a new mechanic that was added to Sonic Mania. So in people might be used to, maybe in Sonic 3 you have the Insta Shield, or in Sonic CD you have to peel out. In this game they went with the drop dash. And although once you've completed the game, you can change Sonic's ability back to the original ones, like to peel out or to drop dash. What has been like demonstrated so far is that drop dash is really, really good. So we tend to just stick with that. Oh, not quite. You can just about sneak into that tunnel by holding a certain input as you go in, but it's very precise. So it was very, very close. And yeah, this level's kind of themed around Robotnik's propaganda machine. So he's making all these newspapers to send out to tell people how great he is, I assume. Or just saying like bad things about Sonic. Which is, you know, it's kind of rude. Okay, now I'm gonna see if Argic's in chat, okay? Because everyone needs to wave to this boss. It's a tradition at this point. Everyone wave. Hope you're waving. Yeah, other than that, this boss is kind of, he tries his best. Basically, you want him to hit the orange boxes so that it breaks the saw blade. And then you can get in and get some hits. Kiwami going to take the last hit with the damage boost there. Very sensible. Lots of rings. Oh, and it looks like Kiwami's also setting up for something that doesn't save at any time at all, but is really cool. The moonwalk Sonic. So for whatever reason, Sonic will walk backwards if you stand at the edge of the screen during that screen transition. So yeah, this is my favorite stage aesthetically, but it is a very frustrating stage to run. There's a lot of stuff that happens, like these ice, like when you turn into the ice block, you can get stuck on a lot of things. There's a few sections where you've only got one chance. And Kiwami's going to go for the Fire Shield here. This is a super sensible decision because the Fire Shield lets you just fly straight through these ice blocks. And it makes certain sections... Oh, sadly losing it there. It's okay, she can still make it without the Fire Shield. But it makes certain sections a little bit easier on this stage. Ah, gonna go for a backup Fire Shield. I didn't know this strat. This is cool, right? Gotta be careful, lots of spikes down the bottom there. Lovely movement all the way through there. So a lot of that would have been impossible without the Fire Shield because there are ice blocks in the way, and normally the only way through them is to have like be in the ice block form so that you get pushed through it instead. Okay, and now into the boss. I believe the Fire Shield also helps with the boss, is that right? Yeah, there we go. So the boss's attack normally freezes you. But because Kiwami has the Fire Shield, the ice cube just doesn't form. So she's able to just immediately do a fire dash and just stun lock the boss in the corner. Now moving on to the first Sonic CD level of the game. So Stardust Speedway, obviously it's looking like the past theme right now. And one cool thing they did, because they couldn't bring in the past future mechanic from Sonic CD, it would have been a bit like game changing to the other stages. So what they did was they decided to use the future theme for the Act 2 of the stage, which is a really nice touch. This is a really nasty stage as well. There's like a lot of spikes everywhere, a lot of enemies, a lot of stuff that likes to get in your way. A lot of precise angles you have to shoot off of those cannons as well. You can see Kiwami opting to take it safe there, taking the checkpoint. Very sensible, because that corridor just wants to hurt you. It's not a nice corridor. No one wants to be in there. And we're going to see Kiwami heading towards the DK barrel section of the game. So, getting shot at these angular barrels and a lovely jump across there as well. Really nice to see that. Ooh. Oh, lovely. This is a great one to watch. I'm having a lot of fun. And now into the boss. So for whatever reason, the boss is like scared. If you jump here, it won't spawn. Good RNG there. So where that firefly spawns is RNG. You want it to be within jumping distance so that you can hit it and move it forwards. And then just going to get the last 4 hits on the boss. Beautifully done. So yeah, now as mentioned before, you're going to see Stardust Speedway 2, and we're in the future theme with an absolute banger of a soundtrack yet again. I mean, like, this stage just kind of speaks for itself. It just looks amazing when it's speedrun like this. You see Sonic just flying around. Oh, not quite getting that jump there. Kiwami opting to take the safer route, which is to like the intended way. You can get a jump across there to skip that section, but it is very, very hard, especially in bad ending when you don't have the benefit of super form. And here we go. The boss of Stardust Speedway is going to be Metal Sonic. This is going to be kind of like a 3-phase boss fight. So you've got the chase section at the start that's kind of reminiscent of the chase scene in Sonic CD. And then you're going to have an RNG-based mini-boss with the Silver Sonics. And then you're going to have what's the best way to describe it? I don't actually know the proper name of it. But like the Super Metal Sonic, the giant one from Knuckles Chaotix as well. Shout out to Knuckles Chaotix, by the way. That game is amazing. So, into the Silver Sonic section. We should see in a minute when he stops messing around, Metal Sonic go up into that little Metal Sonic-shaped chair just for him. And Kiwami now going to go for some hits on the Silver Sonics. So although you can just hit them normally and they will fire these little orbs up that will deal damage, if Kiwami waits for them to start spin dashing and spin dashes into them herself, then they will ping off the side and hit Metal Sonic directly, and that will deal 2 points of damage instead of 1. Getting some confirmation from the chat that it's called Metal Sonic Kai, so we're about to see Metal Sonic Kai. Also, that's the Phantom Ruby, by the way. We've skipped all the cutscenes, so we haven't seen it very much so far, but that's kind of what this whole game is about, is trying to get the Phantom Ruby. So, although this looks fairly simple, the ends of those claws there on Metal Sonic Kai are like hitboxes. So, Kiwami was very carefully like winding her way through those and just getting those hits perfectly. And here he is, everyone's favorite friend. And he's gone. Okay. This run's going really well, though. Like, honestly, amazing stuff so far, Kiwami. Okay, Hydro City, which is how it's pronounced. I'm not going to let anyone disagree with me on that. In Hydro City, the kind of theme of having the remastered like version of the stage with the new mechanics is in Act 2, because Act 2 of Hydro City is so iconic to a lot of people that they kind of just decided Act 1 will have the new gimmicks in. We're not going to see any of them because the speedrun route avoids all of them, but they're in there somewhere. There's this weird stuff where you get into a bubble and float around and get pushed around by air jets, but we're just not going to do that. Give me a nice little clip here through the ramp, drop dashing straight away. You're going to see a lot of movement optimization in general that comes from, oh, wow, best shield noise. You're going to see a lot of optimizations that come from drop dashing immediately after like turning around in the air to turn around quickly when you land. That's also a mechanic in Mania that's like unique to Mania compared to the older games, is that it introduces new air physics. So in Sonic like 1, 2, and 3, when you jump out of a spin dash, so when you're rolling and you jump, your directions are locked, so you can't change your direction, you're stuck facing one direction, you can't slow yourself down in the air. In Sonic Mania, you can do that, which opens up a lot of these strategies like jumping in one direction, spin dashing, like drop dashing in the opposite direction to turn around quickly. That clip there as well was really, really good. Like that one's a really hard one to get, like when you're going fast in a run. Always nice to see it. So this section's kind of reminiscent of Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1. So you're going to see the floor starts falling and you're going to have to ascend up through here. Not chasing Eggman like in Sonic 1, but it's the closest comparison I could come up with. But then, because Robotnik was down there dropping those bombs, what we're going to see instead is the ultimate payback. Because now he has left his... Oh, I forget what it's called, like the egg flying thing. He's left it unattended. So you're going to see Kiwami pulling him up into the propeller, similar to how he tries to do to you in Sonic 3. And also dropping these little bombs. They're going to destroy his bombs and just give her the freedom to go to town. Robotnik himself only takes 4 hits to kill as well, so this is a nice boss. And you can see Kiwami trying to make her way over to the right-hand side as she fights the boss, so that she's got a shorter distance to travel at the end of the boss fight. Yeah, really cool Hydro 1. So Hydro 2, the Egg Mobile, thank you again, chat. Chat are saving me with these references. I don't know the lore at all. So Hydro City 2, you can see some nice bubble bouncing to get just up on top of there. Lovely stuff. And after a certain point, the layout for this level is basically just the same as in Sonic 3. But you're going to see Kiwami handle a certain section of it very differently because of how the enemies are positioned and because she has the bubble shield. This is also the bubble shield's real time to shine because it is just not useful in any other level as far as I'm aware. So yeah, from here on out, we're kind of on the Hydro 2 layout almost perfectly. So you can see these shark torpedoes things. There's going to be some of them that spawn in a sec, so she's trying to get them spawned now. She's got them going. And then she's going to run around this loop, not hit any of them, and wait till they're hovering about there. And then we're going to see some amazing bubble bounces off the enemies. Now, what this is achieving is that this section of the level is in a massive figure of 8. And by entering that corridor, she's just triggered the path switcher. So she's now on the other side of the figure of 8 and has just completely bypassed a section of the level. So Tails and Knuckles can do that just by gliding or flying. But that is probably the most creative use of Bubble Shield I think I've ever seen, because Sonic can get up there just fine. Taking a clip through this water slide as well. That clip works in a very different way to in the original game, but it's the same kind of principle. You just go fast enough into those blue slides and they just kind of ignore you and let you go through. It's super handy. And now we're on to RNG again. Because there's always RNG that you have to deal with. So Robotnik's going to chase you through this tunnel, and you're going to see these bombs here that are going to spawn. And what Kiwami wants to do is hit the bombs and then have them hit Robotnik. The patterns that these things appear in is RNG, so hopefully she'll get some nice ones and get through nice and efficiently. So getting that one there. Robotnik also follows Sonic up and down, so you also have to consider your own position. Like right now, she could be really, really safe and go like right up to the top and not change direction there, but then the bomb would miss Robotnik, so she has to take that little bit of extra risk to go down that bottom section instead. This one's sadly bad RNG. There's no bombs on that particular one, it's just spikes. And there we go. Now we're into part 2 of the boss. Because there is a part 2, and it's basically going to be the boss from Hydro City 1 in Sonic 3. Went for a few hits there with the Bubble Shield. And now just going to use some iframes to get some extra hits. And then bouncing on top for the remaining few hits. Really nice stuff. That's an example of something that you can... Oh, and the amazing spin dash as well, to hit that capsule as soon as it appears. So that's an example of how the air control helps, because being able to slow yourself down in the air there gives you the perfect angle to jump on top of it. And here we are in everyone's favorite level. It's the auto-scroller. They just kind of decided, hey, you know all these beloved levels from previous Sonic games? And then someone at the back of the room just went, like Sky Chase? And they all went, what? Yeah, like Sky Chase, put Sky Chase in the game. So here we are. We're in Sky Chase Mark II. And we're just going to have basically see Kiwami dodging the enemies, trying not to get like caught out, trying not to lose any rings. And there's going to be some weird stuff she has to watch out for towards the end, because sometimes you can get like caught on stuff in the background, which is used for a glitch in good ending runs, but in bad ending, it's just absolutely not something you want to happen. So
good time for a donation while we're auto-scrolling?
yeah, I've kind of run out of things to say about this one.
Sure. Not a problem. All right, so we have a $25 donation from Kate the Gray, who says, "What an excellent cause. Thanks, folks, for putting on such a lovely event."
Yeah, keep going. This is a long stage.
Sure, no problem. All right, we have a $15 donation from Old Clov, who says, "Hello, loving this run so far. Just putting my part to hopefully making both Best Boys, Knuckles and Tails, be on the spotlight for Sonic 3. Good luck to all the runners and commentators."
Oh, thank you, Old Clove. Old Clove is a great guy. He's a mainstay Nux runner. He's like chief of the Nux gang.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. We have a $25 donation from Doodle, who says, "I love these Sonic blocks. This is going to see Knuckles in Sonic 3. Thanks to all the runners, hosts, and everyone else for making this awesome event supporting an awesome cause possible." Thank you, Doodle.
So Kiwami's now actually caught up with the gameplay part of the game, out of the auto scroller and into an RNG boss fight. Just if you wanted this level to be any more frustrating than it already is. So you're gonna see this big sandworm boss like jumping around, and Kiwami, they're going for a double hit. Sometimes the boss, when he does the like pattern jumping across towards the screen, he'll do that, which is jump back towards the other side of the screen. And basically, if you're jumping already as you expect the boss to come out, then you can get 2 hits there, which is very nice. Really, really well handled boss fight. Not missing any hits there by the looks of it. That's always good because that boss is just really, really frustrating. If you miss it even slightly, you bounce off the boss instead of hitting it properly, and you just lose a lot of time that way. Now we're going to see Sonic make his way into an actual stage. So, Mirage Saloon 2. It's a very open stage. So again, this is another unique stage to Sonic Mania, but it's kind of I feel like it's based on a lot of like the concept what if art that was produced around a theoretical stage in Sonic 2 called Dust Hill, I believe it was called. Or like there was like basically like a prototype of Sonic 2 that had an extra like level in it that suggested there was going to be a desert stage. So I feel like there's some level of influence from that. Yeah, the middle of this stage is quite open. So what Kiwami's done is basically go for that gun in the middle and just shot herself across most of it. Because if you fall down in this stage, like earlier on, you can lose a lot of time. I'm being told it's Sonic CD, not Sonic 2. My mistake. My bad. Anyway, Heavy Magician. So Heavy Magician is going to transform into 3 different characters, which I think are from the Archie comics. I can't remember their names. I know this one's called Fang. But what she's going to try and do is essentially when they take 2 hits, the boss will move on to the next phase of the boss. So it's now changing to a different character. But if you get 2 hits in the same phase, then you can sneak in an extra hit. So she takes 1 initially, then when the boss retransforms, she'll take 2. So she got 2 there, lovely. So now she only needs to get 2 hits in the final stage to finish off the boss. So that just cuts out an extra phase, because if you only take 2 hits in each phase, then it's going to be 4 phases instead of 3. So just a nice little like optimization there that you can do just to cut out an extra phase of that boss. They're from Sonic. Look, my lore is terrible. Thank you, chat, for carrying me on the lore stuff, because I just don't know. So Oil Ocean, Fire Shield going to come in clutch again in this level. Kiwami doing a nice little jump there, holding down jump so that when she hits the Fire Shield, she bounces back up to the top path where she wants to be. And a lovely jump there using the fans to sneak across as well. And now she's going to make her way across here. You're going to have these 3 like lids on these jet things, I guess, pushing her up, making her way across here. This level's kind of like, a lot of it's avoiding like the weird mechanics. So like these tubes, for example, will shoot you straight up if you land in them. So Kiwami just wanting to avoid those and not end up on a path that she doesn't want to be on. And there's also a degree of like cycle management, because like these platforms, for example, you want to catch them and make your way up the level. It's a very crowded level. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in it, and a lovely jump straight up there, skipping that last platform. And now on to the boss that just tries his best, but probably won't even get to attack. Nope, he did not get to attack. Fantastic. Bob the Builder cannot do it, apparently. Can he fix it? No. Now you can see Kiwami lining up there. She wants to finish Sonic's victory animation in that position so that she can drop down between the oil chute and that switch there. So that switch, like that lever on the ceiling, that kind of enables the mechanic for this level, which is that this fog is going to fade in and out, and when its maximum like fog level has been achieved, you're going to start losing rings. However, if you never hit that first switch, then the game never realizes that that's what it's supposed to do. So it's just going to have this initial fog that it puts there to show you how the mechanic works, and then it's never really going to enable the mechanic. So although there's fog on the screen, she's not losing any rings right now, which gives her like a little bit more leeway and freedom to not have to worry about pulling these switches. Using the Fire Shield here, trying to sneak up onto that thing, because there's like a cannon up here that she's going to jump in, and it's going to send her around onto this path instead, which is faster. Otherwise you have to take the low route, and it's just frustrating. Sadly losing the Fire Shield there, but not necessarily a huge issue in the rest of this stage, because you know, you can make up for some of the time from the Fire Dash with Drop Dash, and there aren't any strats, as far as I'm aware, that require the Fire Shield specifically. a nice spin dash and jump there, just going across that submarine. This like level tries to introduce the unique mechanic of like submarines as well that you can go into, and they move you around the stage, and they have interiors that you have to move through, but you can just skip all of them. Like they're just like suggestions. You don't really need to do them.
Do we have a quick second for me just to make an announcement?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that we have surpassed $25,000 raised from Malala Fund. Right, that's so great.
That is so good. Well done, everyone in chat. Keep it up with the donations. Keep going.
Absolutely. Let's get some GDQ clap spam in chat.
I would clap, but I feel like it would make my microphone peak a lot. Just imagine that I'm clapping.
We're clapping in spirit.
Yeah, clapping in spirit. So yeah, Lava Reef, Lava Beef, as it is referred to by many. This is my personal favorite track in the game. I just love the Lava Reef music so much. Lovely movement on these stairs. Not just holding right the whole time on those stairs, because if you do that, then you're going to end up like clipping the one in front of you, and you'll go really slowly. So just holding back a bit, just jumping on the tips of those stairs to go really, really quickly through there. Gonna pick up a fire shield here as well. Fire shields also make you immune to lava damage. So that's obviously going to be very handy in this level because there are like, lava jets and stuff you have to watch out for. So it basically lets her just ignore, like there, for example, she can walk straight through that lava jet and ignore the cycle completely. Gives her a quick way through that door as well and lets her hit that button. Oh, very nearly hitting that button with the fire shield. The fire shield gives you a decent jet of speed as well, so you can use it to like speed yourself up when you're on flat ground. This makes certain movements really efficient. Like she can hit that spring really nice as well. Gonna fire shield through there and roll. Gets just into that gap between the spiky platform thing and the ceiling, just to sneak through. Controlling her speed through there to go at a specific speed, and then that spring is really notoriously annoying. You have to be right next to it for it to pick up that you're there. Just dodging that spike cycle and getting the speed shoes. Now going for the big jump. Oh, nice. So getting a decent way up those stairs there with just one jump off the slope at the bottom. This is a very crowded stage as well, so going quickly in it is not easy. Like, you have a lot of stuff to dodge, you have a lot of like corners to navigate and things like that. There's a lot of corridors rather than a big open space to go crazy in. Lovely jump through there with the fire dash. She wants to try and keep the fire shield for the final boss as well, because you're going to see like there's a section that just gets trivialized by not taking any fire damage. Lovely stuff. So this boss, this is the guy that's been chasing you on stage. This like ground destroy thing. He's going to try and hit you, but what he's actually going to do is cause the lava to shoot up into the underside, and then that's going to destroy his armor, which is necessary because you can't hit it without. And unfortunately, losing her fire shield there to the spikes from the ceiling. Not too much of a problem now though, because she can stand just directly underneath it and get these hits. And that spike ball tried, I guess. And I think Kiwami's going to be trying to set up for an entirely cosmetic glitch. Yep, she's going to go for it. So it turns out if you skip this cutscene while the stage is blacked out like this, then it's going to keep that effect into Act 2, and you're going to get Act 2 night mode, which looks so cool. I don't know how anyone plays like this. It seems really off-putting, but it looks gorgeous. Like the crystals look really, really nice. And it's an extra level of challenge, right? Like she's going to clear this level with this on the whole way, and it's going to look amazing. So this is kind of like uncharted territory for me as a commentator, because I don't run bad ending, so I don't see this part of the stage very often, and it is pitch black, so it's very hard for me to tell what's going on, just to be entirely honest. Usually with like good ending you can do a super clip and skip this whole section. So platforming is happening. She's got the lightning shield, that's going to be important for later. It's going to give her that extra lightning jump there. It's kind of like a double jump. It gives you a lot more vertical momentum. So she's actually going to purposely dodge this fire shield because she wants to keep the lightning shield for the rest of the stage. Yeah, I'm just in awe. This is like amazing. So getting a spin dash across here. There's going to be a button at the end of here she wants to hit to go through. Love the angle there. And we're going to see why the lightning shield is useful now, because it's going to allow her to basically bypass a lot of these platforms on the way up and just go straight up onto one of the moving ones above. So she wants to... There we go. And now it also makes climbing these stairs much easier, because normally you'd have to go off to the left. And she's going to use the height from the lightning shield, get the momentum to go straight up there, but get the fire shield on the way through. And the fire shield is going to be super handy for the final boss of this level as well. So here we go, in the same fashion as Sonic 3 and Knuckles' path, just walking off the edge of the stage there. But still going into a boss. They decided they'd still give you a boss, but it's in like Hidden Palace Zone, if anyone remembers that zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And here's Heavy Rider, and the fire shield is going to allow Kiwami to do this, which is basically bounce off of the boss, keep jumping in repeatedly, makes the boss significantly faster than without. This boss is also kind of RNG, because you're going to have these different patterns that she can do. She can go straight across the bottom or over the top or go really, really fast. But that was a really, really beautifully done boss. Really, really good stuff. So now we're on to the other Sonic CD stage from this game. It's Metallic Madness. This is anime. In fact, if you listen to the background, it is in fact anime. There it is. This is anime. So Kiwami has to be super careful here, because those springs will push you backwards, and if you fall down to the bottom path, it's much slower for Solo Sonic. Oh, I have just commentator's cursed. I am so sorry. How could I do this? So now she's going to have to take this different path through the level. So taking the like the cool, weird, quirky mechanic of this level is that you go into the background like this, and you're super tiny. There are some like sections of the game where you can kind of bring this tiny mechanic into the foreground, which usually breaks the game in quite amazing ways. But we won't be seeing that now, because they usually require super form. Okay, Kiwami now is caught up with the route she was originally taking, so that's good stuff. We're back where we need to be. I see everyone ayayaring in chat. Keep it up. So like the fastest route for Sonic is basically going through like this middle route. Because obviously in bad ending you don't need to go pick up rings or a super ring or anything like that. So it's just going through the center of the stage as quick as possible. Usually you can dodge the majority of the background shenanigans as well, which is faster. So this is normally the intended way to use the background mechanic. So I'm going to come around here, straight across, and then into the boss area. Now this boss is it's kind of like a revamp of the Sonic 1 final boss. And you're going to see Kiwami taking pause buffers here. Because of the way momentum works in this game, if you don't have super form, you need to basically like kind of already be guessing which way the boss is going to come from. So the pause buffering just makes it slightly easier. So as you can see there, sadly, she wasn't able to get that one in time, because like you need a bit of time to get some momentum built in one direction. It is an unfortunate side effect of the physics in this game. So yeah, that little pause buffer just gives her a bit of extra time. And now we're all going to count to 4 together. So I hope you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's always in the 4th one. And I'm going to stop counting now because I don't want to put Kiwami off. But you can all count in the chat. Keep counting. And then going through that signpost nice and slowly again, just to ensure that the sign doesn't go flying off into the distance. So Metallic Madness 2, we're going to see the introduction of a very special version of Sonic. who is adorable. And that is Chibi Sonic. So you're going to see teeny tiny baby Sonic running around because he has been shrunk by the game mechanics. And this level's very cycle based, so you're going to see like a lot of these like circular saws flying down, these like crushers coming down and blocking your path. So Kiwami has to be super careful here because there are some sections where if you go too fast, you can get completely crushed. So taking that one very safe, jumping there to make sure that if she, making sure that she catches on there and doesn't go straight under, because I'm sure everyone who's run this game has at some point lost their run to getting absolutely destroyed by those crushers. Trying to go fast, charging straight across. Also, the music is so good in this version. So back to normal Sonic. Doing a little turnaround in the air just before going through it so that she falls to the right-hand side instead of the left. It's a little optimization with the transformation fields. And getting a lovely jump off of that spinner as well to send her across to this section. So now she just wants that to turn, and then she just gets a little spin dash through there, straight around to the next one. And the next boss is kind of like what happens when you've got too many ideas for bosses. So he's just like a big pinball machine of other bosses. So you're going to see Marble 2 boss there, you're going to see Emerald Hill boss, and you're going to see these Robo-Amies that are the most annoying things ever because they just kind of don't want to die a lot of the time. So each of the mini-bosses takes 3 hits, except for the Robo-Amies, which take 1, but sometimes they just bounce off of you instead. And there's the last Marble Zone boss dying. And then the last hit, you just need to get out the last thing from the pinball machine, which is Eggman himself, and he's going to run as fast as his teeny tiny legs will carry him. And that's MM2. Going to be moving into the final level of the game now. Obviously it's the final unique stage for this game, which is Titanic Monarch. So you have boarded Robotnik's gigantic egg robot walker thing, and you're making your way through it to get to him. This stage has like it has some cycles going on with these electric fields. And it's just a really well constructed level in general. Going fast in this level is not easy, but when you manage it, it looks really cool, it feels really cool. It's just a really great stage. Not an easy stage though, as I said, it's quite a mean one in certain areas. Like, just look at that whole section just looks amazing. You're also going to see this mechanic of having these little egg robos drive you around. I don't know why they didn't think maybe we shouldn't help Sonic on his way to fight the boss, but you know what, they're trying their best. So going straight up there with these purple orb things from the Sonic 3 and Knuckles bonus stage, where you got to throw yourself around with those orbs. They're going to make a lot of appearances in this stage and the next one. So another mechanic of the lightning shield is that these lightning fields, it kind of gets you stuck in them. So you can ascend there really quickly like an elevator by having a lightning shield. And they've quite conveniently put one right there, as if to teach you that that's how it works. So now we're going to see, oh yeah, they're orbs. You're right, chat, they are orbs. I forgot about that. So now we're in the spike corridor. The spike corridor is evil. There are spikes in there where you can roll under them, but then if Sonic stops rolling and starts standing up, then his hitbox extends and he will get crushed. So you have to be super careful to not overextend in that corridor. You just want to go like a very reasonable speed through there to make sure you live. Kiwami picking up the extra lightning shield there, although it seems like a hindrance there because she's getting stuck on those lightning fields. It's going to make the final boss of this stage like much easier. So she wants to try and carry that through the whole level if possible. Also going for the invincibility here because just for the first phase of the boss as well, it helps with that. So she's got the invincibility for phase 1, she's got the lightning shield for phase 2, which is going to be super handy. So yeah, the invincibility means that she can just wail on the first phase of the boss, which is Red Eye. If anyone's played Sonic 3 and knows Red Eye, then you know how frustrating he is. So here the gravity's going to get messed around with. This is pure RNG. With the lightning shield, it doesn't matter. But without the lightning shield, if the arrows are pointing up, then gravity would be increased. So she wouldn't be able to jump up and hit the boss. So having the lightning shield there just gives you the security to finish it first try every time. As like reference, I've had it take 9 attempts to get the downward pointing arrow before in a run where you can't use the lightning jump, so... And now we're into TM2. So TM2 is home to the hardest skip in the game for not Knuckles characters. I don't believe Kiwami's going to be going for it because it's just an absurdly difficult trick. Like, it's not something that like most people would go for. So instead, what we're going to be seeing is these 4 different sections of the level played out in like their fullest, which is, I think, amazing to be honest, because this stage is really cool when it's run normally. And skipping it is literally just, like, it trivializes the whole thing. It also means, though, that as an added bonus, she's going to get to take the lightning shield to the final boss, which is super handy because it lets you just ignore most of his attacks.
You mind if I pop in with a quick donation?
Yeah.
All right, so we have a $500 donation.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Right, from Stoic Squish, who just says Sonic and Tails best duo.
No.
And they put that towards the Sonic 3 incentive. So anybody else, you better get them in quick.
That is juicy. Okay. That is... What an upset.
Right? I love it.
Okay. I mean, thank you very much. Wow. Okay. That's insane. That obviously puts Sonic in the lead, right?
Oh, yeah. Sonic and Tails are in the lead by at least, like, $150, I think, at this point.
Oh my word. Come on, everyone, make it close. Get some more donations in. So this stage is kind of freeform. You get to pick which one you do first. And Kiwami's also going to go for this really nice like wall run kind of thing where you drop dash off there and you can literally just run up the side of that wall. It's just on the right kind of angle where you can walk straight up it. There's a couple of walls like that in this game, but that's one of the more useful ones. The music in this stage is amazing as well. If anyone's ever played the game Klonoa, it really reminds me of that game. So each of these like sections as well, it has 2 exits. So you're going to have the normal one and a secret one. And the secret one is what Kiwami just used there. And each one of those has an elemental shield and a 10-ring box. So by using that one, Kiwami can grab the lightning shield, which is handy for this section, and it's going to be handy for the boss as well. Taking a jump there, because otherwise you've just got to run around that room about twice to get through. Because there are springs there. It's meant to be like this nice set piece where you bounce off the springs, but that's slow. You know, we're just gonna jump down, skip all of that. So taking a secret exit here, but it's faster, but dodging the fire shield because she wants to hold on to that lightning shield. Now she's in the section where TM2 skip is a thing, but it's in the secret exit and she's not going to be going there because, as we've already mentioned, it is not a skip that is not, it's definitely not one that you would expect to get. It's the kind of skip where when you run out of other time save in a run, it's what you want to be adding at that point because it's just insane. Unless you're Knuckles. Knuckles gets it for free. So straight out the normal exit there, and then going into the final boss. So this boss, it's kind of got like a Dr. Octopus thing going on. He's got these 4 arms, and every 4 hits, she's going to get rid of one of the arms, and the arms damage is lightning damage. So she completely ignores this by having the lightning shield. And what she's going to do basically is bounce on top of the boss and get as many hits as she can. So 5 hits there is perfect. The pattern she's looking for is 5, 5, 4, and 2 for the most efficient boss kill. So she got 4 there, but that's fine. Like 4 is completely usable. So long as you get 4 hits in each phase, it's fine. So the efficient way to clear that section is it's largely just you just wait, but you can hit a couple of the rockets back to speed it up. So she set herself up now. She only needs 3 more hits, which should be very doable in the final phase. Gonna take a hit there on purpose, just to line it up better. 1, 2, and that's time. I should have given you a warning on that. I'm sorry. I was just mesmerized by the boss. That was a really sick run there, Kiwami. GG. Big GG.
Yeah, GG, that was great.
Yeah, I think that's it. How much did I got? Is that like a 58?
That's
58 or
insane.
3? That's
GG.
actually a good time.
Yeah, big GG's in the chat for
Yeah,
Kiwami. That run was incredible. Honestly, that was
Yeah,
like
I'm really
good to
happy
watch.
about that run. I'm also happy about running this game.
Yeah, for sure. That was that like, yeah, just really solid run. Like, big GG's, big claps.
Yeah, that was great. Kiwami, do you have any sign-offs or shout-outs you wanted to do?
Any shoutouts? I'd say that I would shout out Ailis as well for helping me
Oh,
with commentary throughout the entire run. Like, I've been muted most of the run because I was trying to concentrate to not mess up anything. I also wanna shout out Luna Valkyr, which is also another Brazilian Sonic Mania runner, and she literally told me everything that I actually know about this game. She helped me learn everything. So, just shout out to her. But I think that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone for having me. I hope everyone have a good marathon. And this is just the beginning of the Sonic vlog.
Yeah, lots more Sonic to come, right?
Lots more Sonic.
I hear there's a Sonic 3 run coming next.
Maybe with
Who
a
is going to
controversial
run
character or
this,
two.
right?
Oh, yeah. About that.
Awesome. Well, great. Thank you so much, Kiwami. That was an amazing run. Okay, great. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to go ahead and read a couple of donations here that came in during that phenomenal Sonic Mania run. We have a $15 donation from NinjaBot, who says, super excited for some Sonic and the Malala Fund. Shout out to my kids Gavin and Genevieve, who are donating their money today. And we have a $100 donation from Anonymous, who says, one of my favorite things of GDQ events is learning about amazing organizations working to make the world a less scary place. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Anonymous. And with that, we are going to go to a word from Malala Fund. So stick with us, friends.
Conhecimento é a melhor coisa que a gente pode ter. O meu incentivo é a minha aldeia, a minha comunidade.
This is a video series in which girls from countries around the world are sharing their stories and telling what matters to them.
Hi everyone.
أنا اسمي هدير.
Hi friend, मेरा नाम आकांक्षा है.
This is Roll Call.
Meu nome é Stephanie Ferreira, eu tenho 19 anos. Eu nasci no estado de São Paulo, nasci aqui, na cidade de São Bernardo do Campo. Em 2008 foi o ano que meu pai resolveu voltar para cá, junto comigo e com minha mãe. Eu comecei a estudar no colégio daqui, da aldeia, desde nova. A gente ensina língua indígena, direitos, tudo isso a gente tem na grade da gente. Eu me formei no colégio daqui, né? Formei em técnica em agroecologia, no colégio aqui da aldeia. E o meu maior orgulho é ter na minha matrícula da universidade, que o meu colégio de formação de segundo grau é o colégio da minha aldeia. Atualmente eu estudo enfermagem, né, na Universidade Estadual de Santa Cruz, a UESC. Eu vou para a universidade, mas eu corro diversos perigos. Recentemente a minha família foi novamente alvo de ameaças. eu já tô a caminho da faculdade, já tô a caminho. Hoje foi meu pai que tá me levando. Mas não é todo dia que ele me leva. Sempre tem alguém pra me levar, pra me trazer. Até porque ele também não pode estar andando tanto, porque ele também foi um dos alvos das ameaças. Tem dia que eu saio de lá da universidade quase de noite. Então tem dia que eu não tenho como eu vir. Tem dia que eu tenho que ficar por lá. E eu sempre tenho que estar indo, vindo com alguém. Apesar dos perigos que a gente corre na estrada, na ida e na vinda, é a minha aldeia. É a minha comunidade. O meu maior incentivo de estudar é ela. Cheguei no lugar que eu estudo, na Universidade Estadual de Santa Cruz, tudo muito grande aqui. E muita gente estuda aqui, gente de todo o país estuda por aqui. Bom, aqui é um pouco como é por dentro do campus da universidade. Mas enfim, é puxado, mas é bom, né? A gente está aprendendo, então, ocupando a mente. E é isso. Cada vez mais os jovens daqui querem estudar, querem um futuro, querem usar a sabedoria como a nossa ferramenta, uma das nossas armas de luta, que é o conhecimento. Foi uma conquista minha, mas vai ser a conquista de mais jovens daqui de dentro. E isso é outra coisa também que me dá bastante orgulho.
I hope that these stories would have inspired you and that you would share it with your friends as well. And please do not forget to subscribe to our channel.
Sounds fine to me. From Alex the Ordinary that says, Knuckles is Red Sonic, right? And we have a $500 donation from the Michael Lever Memorial Foundation that just says, Go Mechamomo. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your generosity. And we have a $25 donation from Supersonic, who says, shout outs to the Sonic and Knuckles, did that for you, Ailis, runners representing the Sonic block. Best of luck and much love to all of you. We have a $10 donation from Liz Starr, who says, Sonic joke. Why is Sonic not eating any food? Because he's got to go fast. Thanks for your go fast, Kiwami. Great run so far. Thanks, Liz. And while we're setting up for that run, I'd like to remind you that Fleet Fatales and other hotfix events and shows are brought to you by viewers like you. Your subscriptions and bits help keep the channel running for these fun events, including shows like Fleet Fatales, Random Number Generation, Time Capsule, Mercy Kill, Runners Wanted, Tina's RPG show, I guess, and more. So thank you. We also have a very cool Fleet Fatales t-shirt available through the Yeti. And the Yeti is donating $5 per Fleet Fatales shirt sold to Malala Fund. You can find the shirts at theyeti.com. And they are amazing. I just ordered one myself. It's a super cute purple. It's really great. I definitely recommend it. We've had a lot of donations come in for the Sonic block, so thank you everybody for all the love. I'm going to read a couple of them for you now. We have a $50 donation from Mech Bear Bunny, who says, save the frames. Let's help Malala save time too. Lurker turn donator. So thank you. Rashawn Dragoness donates $25. And they say, Sonic Mania is one of my favorite games. Always happy to get to watch this event. Thank you so much. It is a very great game. Definitely one of my favorite Sonic games. Spoony Elf donates $25, and she says, Sonic Forever. Sonic Forever indeed, Spoony Elf. Thank you. Thunderbird Paints donates $15, and she says, donation for Mechamomo and all the awesome mods who gotta mod fast. Thanks, Thunderbird. I appreciate the love. We have a $25 donation from HUD601, who says, wishing Ailis the absolute best of luck for Sonic 3 AIR. Good luck to all our amazing Sonic runners, too. The Sonic speedrun community is behind you all. Let's get Knuckles into a GDQ hosted event, Nux Gang. And I think, actually, let's take a look at how that bid war is going. It looks like Sonic and Tails has actually taken second place now, thanks to some very generous donations for Knuckles and Tails. So currently, Knuckles and Tails is sitting at $661.73. So we still got a little bit of time before they close that incentive, but it's definitely a very close race. And one of our other incentives that's open for that run, the Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited run, is that we get to pick the music. So currently, the prototype music is ahead. Looks like they're at about $60 so far. So if you want to see the release music instead, I would definitely get your bids in as soon as possible. The Sound Defense donates $100, donating to free the Nux. Good luck, Ailis. Thank you very much for your generous donation. We have a $500 donation from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you so much for your generous donation. Okay, and we have a $100 donation from a human person with no comment, but thank you so very, very much. Okay, and I believe with that, we are ready to go on the Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited run, run by